So, picture this: a country where neighbors don't speak, the cameras never blink, and everyone's the hero in their own little algorithm. Not only are you watching The Twilight Zone, you're now living it. Rod Serling, the host of The Twilight Zone, used to step into a moody black and white frame with cigarette smoke curling up around him, and he'd tell you about some poor bastard waking up in a deserted town, or maybe a salesman who sells his soul for one last score. These days, you don't need the TV. You just need to open your front door or your browser. Same script, different props. So we used to tune into the Twilight Zone to scare the bejesus out of ourselves for 30 minutes, and then we'd go back to real life. But nowadays, real life is the scare. And we binge old episodes for comfort because the monsters at least had makeup and moral lessons. But out here, in this day and age, the monsters wear branded fleece or $5,000 suits and have venture capital funding or lobbyists and a bunch of jargon about changing the world.
Many people are starting to feel like nothing matters. No matter how hard they work, no matter how hard they try, no matter what they try and do to pivot their current circumstances, that it's not helping. So I just want to take a moment and share some videos of people explaining how they feel right now, just given the current circumstances of this world that we are in, everything that continues to happen here in the United States, a lot of other Western countries as well. If you've been feeling really just like having like this heavy burden on you for a while now, you're not alone. In fact, look at what a lot of people are saying and look at how people all across the country are feeling.
Does anybody else not really enjoy anything anymore in life? I don't really know what it is. Like, I'm not depressed or anything. I just don't really find joy or happiness in much of anything anymore. Even my training, I don't enjoy nearly as much anymore. It's mainly just routine. It's not even a negative attitude. It's more so just kind of being neutral to everything.
I need to know if anyone else is feeling this way, because I've been walking around with this weird feeling lately that I can't quite put my finger on. It feels like we're all just pretending to be okay. Not fake smiling exactly, not everybody walking around acting happy. I don't mean that. It's deeper than that, I guess. It feels like we're all just functioning. We're just functioning. We wake up, we check our phones, we go to work, we pay bills, we scroll, we eat something, we scroll some more, we watch something, we scroll some more, we sleep, rinse and repeat. And we're doing all the motions, right, of life, while I think secretly looking around at each other thinking, are we okay? Are we okay? Something feels off. And I don't know if this is just in America where we have an absolute imbecile as president of the United States. I don't know if people everywhere feel this or if this is just a weird moment in our society. But it feels like there's this giant emotional, almost like a fog just hanging over everything. People still laugh. People are still going on vacations. People are still posting their pictures. People are still going out to dinner. Life is still happening, obviously. But I think that underneath all of it, I don't know, I keep getting this feeling that a lot of us are carrying around this quiet exhaustion. Like we're waiting for something to happen and it's not something good. Bracing for something. Or grieving something we can't even name. Because look around. I mean, look around. The world feels more complicated than ever before, I think, at least in my 55 years. There's 1,000 opinions, 1,000 crises, 1,000 things demanding our attention every hour of every day. Politics never sleeps. The news cycle never sleeps. I mean, when I was a kid, the TV stations went off the air at like midnight or 2 a.m. or whatever it was. I mean, the outrage machine certainly doesn't sleep. Our phones never sleep. We never sleep. And meanwhile, I think a lot of people are secretly longing for something ridiculously simple. Not bigger houses, not more followers, not another app, not more productivity hacks. I think people want to just wake up and feel safe. I think people want to sit on a porch and feel safe, feel peace. Excuse me. I think people want to laugh with friends. I think people want to feel connected to their kids if they have them, to their spouses if they're married, to themselves ultimately. We want to feel connection, even to ourselves, to life. But instead it feels like we're all standing on a moving walkway, like at the airport, like a moving walkway that just keeps speeding up. And none of us can remember ever getting on it. We don't even know where it's going. And I think the scary thing, the terrifying thing is we keep being told that this is progress, right? Just keep moving. Just keep moving, keep consuming, keep grinding, keep hustling, keep pushing, keep adapting. Be a good little boy, be a good little girl. But what if a lot of us are tired because we're trying to force ourselves into lives that don't even feel natural anymore? Could it be that? I think it could be that. What if the life we're striving for and the life we're being pushed towards are on two completely different tracks, two totally different trains? Because happiness feels strange lately. And I'm a very happy person. I'm a very positive person, but it feels strange lately. Contentment feels slippery. Peace feels like something we visit instead of something we live in. Like we can visit peace once in a while, but we're not able to live it every day. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just me. Maybe it is just me, but I have this feeling that a lot of us are scared. A lot of us are scared. Not panic scared, like, oh no, there's a monster around the corner, but quiet scared. Future scared. What happens next kind of scared. What kind of world are we building? What kind of a world are we building kind of scared, you know what I mean? What if everything keeps getting harder kind of scared? And I think maybe the strangest part is that we rarely talk about it. And I'm sorry I'm going on for so long. We just keep going. We keep smiling. We keep functioning. We keep pretending everything is normal. I don't remember the last time things felt normal. Maybe the reason so many of us are feeling alone is because we're all having the same conversation silently. Maybe millions of us are lying in bed at night thinking, I don't know exactly what's wrong. You ever do that? Like I stay up anxious some nights, just like, I don't know exactly what's wrong, but something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Something feels off. Tell me I'm not the only one.
Y'all, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. But I don't care what you say. People are different since that respiratory virus back in 2020. They're different. People are not the same. You can argue with me all day long if you want to. I don't care. I'm a nurse. I live through it. I work through it. People are not the same. I'm not exactly sure what happened, if it's PTSD, if they didn't get enough oxygen to their brain, but people are just not the same as they were back before that it came. I don't know. I don't know if it's because they were in their house for so long, they just got so used to not dealing with the public. Like I said, if it's because they didn't get enough oxygen to their brain and now they just have problems like communicating, but people are rude. They just don't know how to act no more. Have you noticed it, or is it just me? Is it just like healthcare people that we notice it more and more? But it ain't just at work that I notice this, y'all. It's just people in general, like in public. And you can tell. You can tell the ones that have been affected. I don't know. And maybe that's not it, but there's something. Something is not the same.
I really don't blame people for not having a will to live, not having a will to work, not having a will to do whatever, especially in this society. Like, look around you. Why would anyone be happy with the current system that we are in? A lot of people like to call my generation lazy, say that they don't want to work, but there's no incentive anymore. Back then, you could be working a minimum wage job and still afford to feed a family. Now you can't even afford to feed yourself. So it's just like, what the fuck's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of us are just so tired of living in a society that does not see our worth, that does not see our value, that does not, just like, we're not getting the fruits of our labor, essentially. It's all just labor. And I'm 21 years old. I'm in school. I know that I'm going to have a good career. However, I do not blame people younger than me who are still in my generation or even Gen Alpha just not having a will to try in school, because it's just like, bro, like, what are we even trying for at this point, And it's just like, I know I tell you guys to have a positive outlook and to have a positive mindset, which is what I'm working on, but it is so hard to work on having a mindset when your society reflects the opposite. Let me know what you guys think.
Hey, things are not the same anymore. The world is not the same. Relationships are not the same. Friendship are not the same. Going to a restaurant and sit down and eat these days is not the same. The food that we consume and buy is not the same. Long list. There's a shift, There's a big shift. And you just have to learn to adjust to this shift. You gotta learn to adjust to this shift, You can't let it stress you out. You just have to learn to just adapt and just stick with the people that stick with you. Go to the place that you get service. Go to the places that serves you and appreciate your business. Simple put.
I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that I don't recognize this world anymore. I just don't, and I haven't for a long time, because everything done in the dark is now coming to light, and this is why a lot of us don't recognize the same world that we once knew. Okay, it's not the same anymore. It's really not. And I'm at that level of awakening that's very deep, but it's also very bizarre, because I still got to spend 99.9% of my time around idiots, okay, that don't have a clue what's going on. Like, everything is fake. Everything is fake. I can see that. But nobody else can see it. Well, apart from the awakened souls, but nobody else can see it. News, weather, food, everything, education system, politicians, governments, everything is fake. And you don't think they have fake people? They do, of course they do. Synthetic hybrids, they're all around you. NPCs, okay? This is what you say to people. Oh, you know, the world feels a bit different these days. And they'll just laugh, you know. They don't get it, okay? And you say, you know, oh, time feels like it's speeding up. They'll just laugh again and they'll say, no, you're just getting older, mate. They don't have the ability to think about anything deep. They're all around you. Everything is fake.
I genuinely don't know what to do anymore. It's like everything that used to matter is out the window. It doesn't matter what your experience is. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter how innovative you are. It doesn't matter if you went to college. It doesn't matter if you went to grad school. It seems like all that matters now is literally if you were born into wealth, if you're lucky, or your parents, or you just have the connections. Because as somebody with 10 years of corporate experience working at some of the most prestigious companies in the world, great communicator, might look like shit now, but I genuinely can't find any way to make money. I can't get a job anywhere. I can't get a call back. I can't get an email back. I can't get a referral. I apply to jobs and I don't even get a rejection letter. I get why people want to check out, or people go crazy, or just want to run away, because this life does not make sense, man. It doesn't. You don't get in life what you deserve. Working hard does not always pay off. That's a lie. A lot of this life that a lot of people will not admit to you is luck and family. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about what you're capable of. It's not about if you're a good worker. It ain't about none of that shit. This is about literally if someone's willing to give you a chance. And I don't know when that chance time is going to come for me, but I'm not okay. But I'm trying though, you know what I'm saying? So can't afford therapy, can't afford health insurance, can't even get a job at Home Depot because I'm too qualified. Maybe I should just make up another identity with like no experience. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know.
I am wholeheartedly, with every fiber of my being, I am done here. I am checked out. I am disconnected. I am detached. I do not care about anything that this world is. I do not care about anything that this world has to offer. If you try to talk to me about a celebrity, what a celebrity did, about a new movie coming out, about a new restaurant, I do not care. All I care about is if you know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. And I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but in the last week, I've been almost antsy, and I haven't been able to put my finger on it until today. I've been kind of just uncomfortable, and I've been walking around. I've had trouble recording videos until I sat down and I realized I'm uncomfortable being here.
Is anyone else finding it very difficult to just act like things are normal? Like, I don't know. Like, I am finding it very difficult. I go into my office and I overhear random people just talking about planning vacations and getting back from things, and oh, my son's graduating this year, and I just feel like nothing is normal. Like, I don't know what to do, because I feel like no matter what I do, I'm inherently, or I'm like inadvertently supporting things or people that I would probably find disgusting and evil if I actually knew what they were up to. And it just, with all of the Epstein file stuff that's coming out, and like you find out people that like I grew up listening to, like, I don't know what it is. Is it the money that makes people evil, or is it the mindset that you would need to become filthy rich that is what causes people to be evil once they become super powerful? Like, I decided like I'm not watching the Super Bowl this year. It's not like a huge sacrifice or anything, but I was like, nothing's normal. Like, it's just like one little thing that I could do that's like, I don't know, like this isn't normal. Like, I can't just watch the Super Bowl and watch these stupid commercials. I don't know, like it's these little things that I'm just like, I just can't do it. I just went to see Send Help, the new Sam Raimi movie, and I enjoyed it. But now I'm thinking like, should I have like done research to find out if there's like horrible people involved in making that movie before I actually went to go see it. And that sucks. Like, I shouldn't have to think about the fact that, like, something that I enjoyed is possibly, like, giving permission or support to people that I would find disgusting and evil. And I feel like it's so deeply rooted in basically everything that we do that no matter what I do, that I'm giving permission and some type of support for it. And, like, deep down, like, I know that these people are probably not good, because to get that rich, like, you can't be a good person, it seems now. It's been proven at this point that I guess to get that rich, you cannot be a good person. And they own everything. So it's like, no matter what you do, you're supporting it. And that is zapping my joy out of everything at this point. I don't know. Does anyone else feel like this?
All right, so I'm back in the office and I'm talking to one of my coworkers, and this was like the first conversation we've had since getting back from most people's holiday break. And he had asked me about, like, you know, what I ended up doing, and I asked him what he ended up doing. And we both just came to the realization that nobody is okay right now. Like, we're all just operating like everything is okay, but nothing is okay. Like that little dog, that little meme with the dog sitting at the table with the cup of coffee, and it's like the whole house is on fire around him, and he's like, I'm fine. Like, and we were talking about this because, like, he was like, his family and friends, they didn't really do anything big. I didn't really do anything for the holidays. I pretty much stayed at home and slept. I mean, I did go out like twice to like a function, but nothing major this year. Like, and I don't think anybody was on that type of time this year. People have less money to spend. And I think people are just like stressed the f out. The other thing he said that really like opened my mind to, because I had never thought about this before, for us that are millennials, and we've noticed like the families haven't been really like getting together like that. He was like, I think it's because we haven't realized that it's our time yet. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? And he was like, our time as in like, it's time for us to take the lead. It's time for us to have things at our homes. But so many of us as millennials don't even have a home to have things at. You know what I mean? Like, we struggling. We are struggling. Yeah, shit was crazy. It was a good conversation.
I really feel like the American culture has never been worse. And like, I'm not trying to be anti-American when I say that, but I just think as like a factual statement, like, our culture is trash right now. We're in a complete cultural depression. Like, most people don't have enough money. And then somehow a small percentage of people wind up with like all the money. And they look at the people without the money and go like, you guys suck. And people without the money look up at them and are just like, yeah, it sucks. Like, well, yeah, you suck. What? The government doesn't seem to care at all about the people. They seem to like having them upset at each other. The people hate the government. The people hate the people. The food is garbage. It's just a bunch of chemical slop that's given to children that's just like, eat up, kids. We'll see you at the doctor. Which, by the way, is going to impoverish you. The art is trash. All the music is auto-tune. The comedy is just literally anybody who wants to going up on a stage and being like, what do you do for work? Oh, you're an accountant? Bull. The movies are 2.5 hours of a message that could be 60 minutes where they're just unnecessarily cramming in some political statement so they can get a standing ovation at an award ceremony. There's nothing good about it. I'm really not trying to be anti-American, but it's just the reality of the situation.
It is so weird how people are really, really looking like the energy that they carry. When I say, you guys, I just came out of the grocery store and I literally felt like I was in the Twilight Zone or something. Like, people literally look lifeless. Like, no type of spark, no type of nothing coming from their being. Have anybody else noticed this? But it's so crazy because then when you're out, you might see a few people and they stick out in a crowd, people that light seems bright or you can see their energy. But for the most part, it's like The Walking Dead.
There are so many people out here who are burnt out because they are realizing that this might be their life forever. The life of where all they do is get up, go to work, come home, and rinse and repeat day after day, year after year.
Does anybody else feel like they're going insane right now? Your gas prices are going up, healthcare is unaffordable, your food prices are ridiculous, 50-year mortgages is a thing, everything around you is fake, your food's fake, poison, water's poison, sky's poison, your E-Files people are still among us, ruling over us, knowing what they've done. We're still going to work every day, same routine, the burnout, man. I just see it on everybody's faces. You can't talk to nobody. Nobody at work wants to have a conversation about what's going on in the world. And then you go to a gas station or a grocery store and you just see people. It's like zombies. It's like everybody's under a spell. Just burnt out, oblivious to what's going on. I mean, every freaking day it's breaking news. It's got to the point where we've taken our kids out and homeschooled them, moved back to our property, learn how to homestead, grow our own food, prepare for the end of the world. We were called crazy for that. I mean, can you not see the signs written on the wall? This thing that we're doing right now, this system that we've lived our whole life, it's unsustainable, people. It's not going to last forever. We're almost $40 trillion in debt. It's going to be some hard times coming. And we're going to have to get uncomfortable. And I just hope everybody wakes up to it. Gets a little bit ahead before it happens.
Why does everything feel so weird? Ever since 2026, I wake up, I feel weird. I take a shower, I feel weird. I drive to work in the dark, alone, I feel weird. I'm at work, things feel off, I feel weird. I eat lunch. I try to focus on like checking out the news or my computer and I just feel uneasy. I can't settle in, so to speak. Everything just feels weird. I talk to coworkers, it feels weird. My weekends, I feel weird. I have a hard time falling asleep. I have a hard time waking up. And I don't know what the hell's going on. Is it just me? Does anybody else this year just feel weird? I can't even describe it. I just feel weird. Nothing feels normal anymore. Life doesn't feel normal. Going to the store don't feel normal. Going to work don't feel normal. Watching a movie with your family don't feel normal. Am I normal? Are you normal? What the hell's going on? Everything just feels awkward and just weird. I don't get it.
What if the reason everything feels fake isn't because you're depressed? What if the environment changed and nobody told you? Like, I really want you to think about it. Like, what if your intuition isn't acting up? What if it's picking up on something that your mind, your conscious mind couldn't fully explain yet? Because listen, people keep saying, I don't feel myself. I don't recognize people anymore. Time feels weird. Nothing excites me the same. And everybody keeps blaming trauma, burnout. What if it's simpler and way scarier? What if the frequency changed? Literally. What if the background signal that we live inside, what if it shifted? And the human nervous system hasn't caught up yet. That would explain the anxiety spikes with no trigger. That would explain why your sleep feels off even when you're tired. That will explain why people are disassociating and others are waking up all the way up. Because when a signal changes, the receivers don't all adjust the same. Some people glitch out. Some people start questioning everything. And notice who's struggling the most. People that are glued to their screens. People that are constantly distracted. The people who never freaking sit in silence. Because silence is where you notice the interference. I promise you. And that is why nobody talks about this. Because the moment you sit still long enough to feel it, you can't unfeel it. So if lately you've been craving quiet, nature, solitude, truth, real conversations, if you've been pulling away from the noise instead of chasing it, that's calibration. And before somebody says that's crazy, ask yourself this. When was the last time this many people felt the same unexplainable shift at the same time? Yeah, exactly.
I saw this creator on here say that he's not depressed, but life just doesn't give him satisfaction. I think that's the word he used anymore. Like, it just, again, I gotta agree with bro. Like, I'm not depressed, but like, nothing is doing it for me. You know what I mean? Going to the gym, I do it because it's like brushing my teeth at this point. I go to the gym because I'm supposed to. Like, you know, like I said, like I brush my teeth, like I take a shower. Getting money, of course, I'm still getting to the money or whatever, but like, money, I mean, again, I'm getting money because I have to, you know what I mean? Talking to women don't really do it for me anymore. And before I get the gay comments, I still like women, okay? It's just that it does not give me any type of excitement like it used to. Like talking to a new girl, that used to excite me. Now I'm more so thinking to myself, whenever I try to talk to a new woman, it's like, okay, for how long? You know what I mean? Like, how long is this going to last before either she switches up or it just inevitably ends? Like, how long? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can like you for a while, but then what? You know what I mean? Playing games, video games is like, it's cool. Like, I guess, like, whatever. It's not nothing crazy. Watching TV, cool. Movies, alright. And for everyone that's going to tell me to go to church, I'm in church so much. Again, I don't think I'm depressed. I'm just, life feels like I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I'm just here. You know what I mean? I'm just here.
Have you noticed something off about time lately? Everyone I speak to is saying the same thing. Time feels faster. Not just busy, actually faster. People are noticing it everywhere. The clocks in their homes are staying the same, but their phones are running ahead. Something about it doesn't feel right. And it's not just that. People are waking up in the middle of the night hearing birds singing, like the timing is off. Now ask yourself this. If we already know the calendar was changed, if we're already out of sync with nature's cycles, what's stopping time itself from being adjusted to? Because time isn't something you can see. You trust it, you follow it, you organise your entire life around it. So what happens if it shifts? Not enough for you to notice, but just enough to throw everything slightly out. Your sleep, your focus, your sense of how long things take. But this feels different. This feels like something's changed. Because if time speeds up, you don't just lose minutes, you lose time you can't get back. And most people won't question it. They'll just say they're busy, or tired, or life's just moving faster. But what if it actually is? Because if you can control the calendar, and you can control the clock, then you don't just control time, you control how people live inside it. And once that shifts, everything else follows.
I knew something was going on around the world. As you can see, people are starting to feel like something is off. They've been feeling like that for a long time. You can notice it in the time changing. It's happening so fast. It's happening rapidly. Things don't make sense no more. The same things that used to excite you don't excite you. And you can see people are going through it. After you saw this video, you started to notice that too. You started to relate to this video. And there's a lot of things that can play into factor. Some people think it's burnout. And I think that's somewhat of the reason, burnout. People are just fed up doing the same things over and over. They tired of living in this economic crisis They want to see will it get better. And then things seem like it's never going to get better. And then in reality, I think it's deeper than that. I think a lot of people are feeling like the way that time is going by so fast, they feel like they're running out of time. They feel like they're wasting their time. Because they're starting to just wonder, where did the time go? Just yesterday, you was just in high school. Now you're almost 40. Some people almost 70. Time flies. Let me know how y'all feel on this take. And I see a lot of people around the world that's going through it. Noticing the same patterns due to gas prices, due to inflation. They can't have fun at concerts no more. Friendships feel fake. Family members feel fake. Everything feels fake. And a lot of people are starting to notice this. So let me know, have you noticed this? And this is my take on this situation. And I'm going to see y'all in a minute. Peace.
No way.